dead set the worst temporary green I've ever seen.
So we're here at the lovely Freeway Golf Course in, are we in Bourne? It is Bourne.
Yeah, I'd say Bourne.
Newly opened, par 67. It's not very long. We're here on the first tee. We have our club president, Steve Chalmers. Any thoughts, Steve?
Oh, it's just the two of us today. So looking forward to getting back out onto a quite local course for myself. This course has been closed for, what do you reckon, George? 18 months to 2 years?
Best part 18 months, I reckon.
Yep. They've done a little bit. Their claim to fame now is the wooden or timber faced bunkers. Supposedly it's the first in Australia, if I recall that correctly. So I'm looking forward to hopefully never seeing my ball in there, but doing a little bit of a review. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how much the course has changed and whether there's been any improvement.
Right, let's see how we go. Oh no. As you walk down the first here, Steve's off looking for his ball. We'll get a good rundown of what the rough looks like. You can't get away from the trees, old Steve over here. I don't even know where that one's gone. Meanwhile, after a fantastic first shot, I've done myself a mischief. Off in the bushes, where I belong. We got some of the local wildlife. Quack, quack, quack. Yeah, he took a bounce or two. Any thoughts on the green condition, Steve?
No one fixes divots in metropolitan courses unless you're obviously in a private area. Lot of debris from trees, a lot of leaves, a lot of sticks, a lot of, even a couple of branches, to be honest. They may as well just chop the tree down and the wood chopper just didn't clean up. Sort of like an electrician when he does his job. Here we get our first look at the now world-renowned timber-faced bunkers. Look pretty fancy, actually. No wonder they're carrying on about it, having a song and dance. Very fancy. Pulled again. Rightio, coming down the third fairway at the moment. We've obviously played two. So far, so good, but we've run into an issue already. Freeway Golf, they opened just 17 days ago, and they've got 3 temporary greens on the fairway already. What are your thoughts on that, George?
Yeah, it's an interesting decision. You would have thought maybe stay shut for 2 weeks, actually let people play the full course. I don't know if they were open previously. Short, real short.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if the 3 greens weren't ready, or if they've somehow run into some problems already, I'd probably prefer them not to be ready than rather run into issues after less than a month. So
Putting on the fairway.
Yeah, it's not the greatest experience, is it? No. Temporary greens.
Teed off on the 4th, nice little par 3. I've put mine within 6 feet. We'll go and check it. It's probably a little bit longer. Steve's chunked it. He's got a tough up and down coming up. It's a quite nice course. I reckon I've only played here twice before, and don't remember anything other than the first hole. So it'll be interesting to see what the rest of it's like. But short, but so far so good. Nice. Makes a bit of divot. That's a nice shot. So you play like a 9-iron or something like that, and just get it there for an. What do you?
You can sort of play a 150, 160 shot to end up having 100 or 90 in. Depends what your numbers are, what you prefer.
Yeah.
Like for me, I prefer 100, 90 to 100 shot. I don't know if you're similar.
Just narrows up a lot. That's all.
Yeah, correct. And that's the thing. If you sort of, the more you bite off, narrows down, and you might only have a 40 or 50 metre pitch shot, and that could be an awkward number.
Fair play. What are we going with?
I'm going with 4-iron, just to sort of ease my way there.
So he's going for the green. Steve's mowing over here, trying to relocate some branches. Careful you don't snap one of those branches, mate. Careful you don't snap one of those branches. Here on the 6th.
Yeah, you on, mate? This is terrible, right? I'm not happy. We're on a temporary green. We're 3 temporary greens today, which we're already a bit. You've just opened 15 days ago. What are you doing? Or 17 days? That there, I don't know if you can see it. That's a mound. That is a mound, right? And what they've done is just put a little white flag in there and gone, that's your temporary green. That's not a green.
You're going to put it in the worst spot.
That's a 1 metre length mound.
You won't have to try hard to spin it or to stop it. That's probably on too far.
And here's your green. Here's your green we're talking about. Dead set. The worst temporary green I've ever seen. And you don't see many of them. But the worst one you'll ever see. That's how long the green is. It is I reckon there's 1 metre from the front of the green that's flat to the pin, and then there's about not even 30 centimetres until it starts rolling down back to the car path. Right, we're through 6. I've had my little tantrum, had my tanty. Obviously George has only played here once or twice before, so coming from a person who used to be semi-regular playing here, or someone who's played here many, many times, the one positive that I'll give in the first 6 holes is that the first 4 feel really new, like they are new holes. They're not old holes that are still around. So you do feel like you're playing a bit of a new golf course once you come here for the first time. I'll give them that. Then we got to sort of hole 6. And we'll leave it at that because you already heard it. So let's play 7. Let's get through the front 9 and we can reassess.
When he's not pleased. Back-to-back birdies. First time ever. And it's on camera twice. That's a miracle. An absolute miracle.
While we're here on the 10th watching George putt, I think for bogey. You can get some of my comments here. It's a bit of an odd place, Freeway now. Like, it used to be a really, really good course value for money. They've had the redevelopment over the last 18 months. Obviously, there's been a bit of money spent, so they've put the price up, which is absolutely fair enough. I have no issue with that. It's very local for a few of the GTC members, hence why we'll come here and play it a fair bit. But it's definitely not up there in terms of quality, hole difficulty, par. It's par 67. Length of the course is short. Like, I think mean, you'll see that I've played pretty poorly today, but once you play it 4 or 5 times, you will quite easily carve this course up. Mind you, standing right next to me is a man carving this course up.
Yeah, well, I can agree. Short. You'll notice that we barely put out the driver. You can get around most of this course. We're on the 10th. You maybe need to use driver once, but like Steve said, I reckon if you've played it a few times, you'll start biting off corners and getting yourself into all sorts of trouble. You're doing all kinds of things over the golf ball at the moment. That's 12. That was brutal. For what was not a bad... Well, that was all just terrible.
Quick summation of the round firstly, and then we'll get into the little bit more of the course review. George, you were basically on fire in the front 9.
Yeah, I had a...
Full credit to you.
I had a great front 9. All-time best of 40 again, with back-to-back birdies.
And a chip in.
And a chip in from about 30 metres, 40 metres maybe.
Yeah, call it that.
Indifferent start to the second 9. Once again, it's my nemesis, back 9. I didn't eat this time, so maybe we'll put it down to hunger. Triple, bogey, 12, bogey. So I'm nothing if I'm not inconsistent. We step up here to 14, hard hole on the course. It is not a par 5, it's a par 4, isn't it? Par 4.
360 or
370 odd from where we are.
Yeah, 370 something par 4.
So we're going to unload the drive. I think the pin's all the way down there. You can see it.
No, it's down and up, and it's over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
This will be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm 70 off the stick at the moment. 25 shots to go. And I've got 24 shots to go. And I've got 14, 15, 16, 17, 5 holes to go. So I'm going to go 5. Yeah, it's possible.
Yep.
It's all in the par 3s. And no more lost balls.
Yeah, back-to-back par 3s on 16 and 17. So we'll look forward to that. My game, happy to forget this round. This has been different. Different. That's probably a really good explanation. Just not hitting anything crisp. Can't find any part of my game today to really say there's something there. But I've got 5 holes left to find that, which you always do because that's what makes you keep coming back. Freeway, on the other hand,
I'm not sure I'll be coming back until the greens are open.
Yeah, so three temporary greens is garbage, especially when you've just opened, right? Like, I can deal with one temporary green because some morons decide to, play up or, something went wrong with rains or whatnot. But 3 temporary greens is terrible. When you've just redeveloped and reopened less than a month ago is even worse. So, really displeased about that.
Suspect greens. You could have at least put them in I wouldn't even say accessible locations, suitable locations. The one on the 6th, whatever.
Yeah,
the 6th or the 5th,
that was terrible.
That was awful. You had no chance. You had to go long and then just work your way back.
If this wasn't local for us, I could 100% guarantee I'd never be back.
Nah, not until they showed something.
But because it's the closest course, so it's a Friday afternoon, 9 holes with a couple of beers or whatever. That's why I'll be back.
Where does this go on YouTube or something?